Hi guys, this is Alex from jsndom.com and we're here with the Samsung Galaxy S2 that we just unboxed days ago. As we mentioned, this is one of the slimmest smartphones in the world at 8.5mm. That's its thickness. And also this device weighs 116 grams, so it's incredibly light. It's also a dual core handset with a 1.2 GHz CPU. It's an Orion CPU. And we'll show you what that's about. This is the 8 megapixel camera at the back with its LED flash. In the upper part you have the 3.5mm jack. Up front there's the 4.3 inch Super AMOLED Plus display. That's really a killer, especially when working with a dual core CPU. On the left side we have the volume button, while at the bottom we have the micro USB port. And on this side there's the on-off button that also can turn on and off the display. Okay, so something a bit unusual for an Android device. Right here we have a physical home button. Next to it there are a menu button and back button. As you can see, the menu button triggers the search button, so that's lacking as a capacitive touch button. This handset was first unveiled at Mobile World Congress this year in February. Here's a taste of the weather. This is the TouchWiz interface shown on the Super AMOLED Plus display with a 480/800 pixel resolution and protected by Gorilla Glass. A very resilient device. I'm going to have a look at the back side. Very nice material, very good grip, and there's a slight back chin right here for better placement on a flat surface like this if you want to watch a movie or listen to music. Also, once again, this is incredibly light as a device. Its 8 megapixel camera does 1080p capture at 30 frames per second. This handset comes with 1 GB of RAM. Also it does HDPA connectivity, 21 megabytes per second, which is very good. DLNA, Wi-Fi, all types of Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 3.0. Of course, radio is also on board, as we have, of course, Android in the latest version, and the lithium-ion battery, the 1650 mAh, that lasted about 7.5 hours for me at least. And I tried to drain the battery as much as possible, played a couple of hours of Angry Birds, took some HD capture. Okay, so let's sink into it. The interface was heavily customized by Samsung. Doesn't look like Android at first sight. Of course it has the basics. Here's the list of apps. You can change the way you view it. You can have a list view if you want to, but I'm sure you prefer the grid view. Okay, so there are quite a bunch of apps. There are widgets, of course, but it's very interesting the way they are shown. Here they are on an horizontal scrolling list. You've got weather, agenda, bodies, clocks of all sorts, some apps, program monitors, and much more. Right here I attached a photo frame showing some of the photos I took. Also I have a widget for finance, bookmarks, the sites I visited recently. The active application is another interesting widget that can work also as a task killer. You can exit apps, see the apps you downloaded recently, see how much of the RAM you're using. Enough RAM. Here's the storage, in case you're wondering. Enough storage for you, even without a card. You can start the Wi-Fi. We also have GPS, brightness settings. There's also a very cool driving mode that when activated will tell you you have a new SMS with the classic woman sexy voice as usual. So let's have a look at the camera, and we're not just going to show you the blank. Let's say I use this Vodafone pen. Okay, so let's try a macro shot. It also does macro. Lots of options. We got a self shot, flash, single shot, scene modes, exposure value, focus mode is where you'll find macro. There's a timer, effects, Let's try a little bit of sepia. Okay, resolution. This is the max one, the one that creates 8 megapixel shots. The white balance, ISO, metering, outdoor visibility, anti-shake, guidelines. Huge number of options, which is always good, always welcome. Now let's try a macro shot of this device, of this pen. Looking good. Here's the shot I just took. Very nice. Details, of course, stunning. And don't even think that the capture will be inferior, because it's not. It's also great. I meant the video capture. Here it is. Also options. You can turn the flash on. Recording mode. Let's say limit from MMS. You can self-record. Set the exposure value. Here's the resolution. Incredible resolution. 1080p. I'll also show you a video I made using this handset. Let's say this one. At the seaside, great music and great capture. Fun way to spend your vacation with the Galaxy S2. Okay, let's move on. I also like the player very much on this device, this video player. It's also a good replacement for a point and shoot camera, the Galaxy S2. No reason to buy one anymore. I really don't see why. Okay, I've shown you a picture, now let's show you a movie to see the full HD power of the device. There is a fine point one option that is activated in the headset mode. As you can see, it won't leave me do that. Let's try full screens here. Okay. Since this is the fountain, it has some cool effects near the ending. Oh, sorry about that. Go back to the fountain. This is HD graphics. The Fountain is a very good movie. I recommend it to all of you. Now let's give a taste of the player, the audio player. Let's say a perfect circle. Very nice way of showing the cover. Audio quality is top. Oh, it doesn't seem to support this file. My mistake. Probably a playlist file. Let's try with something more hardcore. So the sound is pretty good. And the headphones are really impressive. They really cancel the background noise very well. I'm going to remove this Vodafone pen since it seems to distract me. Exceptional volume. Okay, so now let's try some YouTube. Let's say that we're going to try some new song. As I said, this device was announced in February and it's one of the most awaited of the year. It will go head to head with HTC Sensation. Both are dual core models, both have 1.2 GHz CPUs. It will be a duel of batteries, of screens. The Sensation has a new, better display. Okay, YouTube doesn't seem to be working. What you see right here is a live wallpaper with the sea waves. If it starts raining, it's going to rain here as well, which is pretty cool. Let's see the internet browser. and try GSM Dome, of course. Nice tactile feedback from the keys. As I said, this will compete with the HTC Sensation that has an advantage called HTC Sense 3.0 with its 3D interface. Okay, TouchWiz is nice, but can't really compare it to HTC Sense. Here's our site, and here's the dual with HTC Sensation and Galaxy S2. Loads fine, zooms great, and there's another feature I like on this device. Oh, you can also open more windows if you want. Here's a new one. Nice way of getting around tabs. You can change browser brightness, which is pretty cool. And I have to show you a very nice feature. Here's my photo gallery. So let's say I want to zoom in a picture. I can do it by this. Tap and hold and then tilt the device. Instead of zooming with my fingers, I just move the device and it zooms for me. The same can be done in the browser, which is actually very cool. Keep in mind that this is a phone, so you can actually phone people with it. There are logs of people who call me, contacts. It creates a list of favorites, your favorite contact that you called recently. Of course, you can sync it with your Google account, as I also synced my calendar that I'm going to show you right now. These are my events. It also syncs my Facebook events. And of course, you might be wondering what's up with these hubs. There's a music hub, game hub, readers hub, and social hub. In the social hub, you'll find your feeds for Facebook and Twitter. In the readers hub, you'll get to buy books and read magazines and books. In the game hub, you can download HD games that will probably kill your 3G subscription because they're big. Here are some of them. You may want to see the premium games. These are the HD ones. Very cool, but use Wi-Fi. Okay, so in the music hub, that's used to get your music. The newest releases, albums, buy anything you want. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some apps that I installed. Of course, the Google goggles that I love. And let's try with this Vodafone pen again. Do a little bit of cropping. And now it will scan it via Google and find, here it is, it found the Vodafone company. It recognized the text. It also did the same for me with Hello Kitty and Nokia, so it's very reliable. Now I'm going to show you a very nice game with HD graphics. It's called Cordy. It's a combination of Sonic and Mario, a little electrical character that bounces around, charges with energy. And as I say this, since it mentions the battery, it might need me. The handset lasts for 7 hours and a half of battery life. You can reach 12 hours if you manage it well. Okay, here's the little dude. He'll bounce around. Very nice control. You can access doors, go into a Sonic-like spree, jumping, collecting stuff. It's all based on electricity. That's shown right here. So guys, on this note, I'm going to end this review with my Sonic character. And this is how I bid you goodbye, and we'll see you in the next review. Hope you like this. This is a dual core handset that I really love, and hopefully you will too. This is Alex from jsndon.com, and this is the beautiful Samsung Galaxy S2. Goodbye.